Gukesh from India, who I think was the second youngest GM. And he's still only, I think, 15 and obviously extremely talented as well. So I'm expecting another tough game here. Yeah, no more of this London stuff. Gonna give him a Benku Gambit. Because why not? Wouldn't generally recommend this Gambit though. It has the unfortunate side effect of losing a pawn. But it's fine. Oh, that's a problem with castling. That's the problem with castling, yeah. Okay. But you can play another way. You can play with bishop f5, I think. Yeah, I think this is considered to be decent. Bishop g4. He's playing fast, at least. But I think forcing f3 and e4 is a pretty big win for me. So now I have ideas of knight b4, bishop a6, and also knight d7. And he's weak in both of these diagonals. Now a3. I think I'm just gonna jump in still. And why did I jump in? Because I'm a moron, that's why. Okay, we'll go back. Okay, that was really dumb. That was really dumb. But it's fine though. I still have some typical Benku Gambit pressure with a solid structure and a couple of half open lines. Now I went bishop a6. And rook b8. Bishop f1, huh? I think I'll grab that one. We'll give a check. And this is starting to look pretty promising for me. I think bishop f1 was not good. Probably needed to do something a little bit more circumspect there. Okay, let's take on c3. I think I'm happy to play an ending here. Takes on a6. Take and then take on a3. Winning the pawn back with, I think, some initiative. bc3 immediately. I don't want to take on e2 and bring his king closer to the center, and I think I'll just keep the queen's on. And I think with the structure that we have, his king is gonna be less safe than mine. But yeah, anyway, he decides to not to trade queens. I think in both cases he was worse. But I think trading may have been the lesser evil, since it feels like now I'm pretty much just invading. Probably needs this one, but at least I have knight g4. But also knight d3 looks good. Queen c3. Gradually bringing my troops closer, and eventually I should start picking up some material. King h3 seems natural to escape, but I think I'll just start grabbing now. If he takes, I have rook e2. And I'm also threatening knight f4 now, winning the queen. Now I got queen c2. His only try is maybe f5, but I got knight e5 covering everything. The other knight can go to e8 and then to f6. So it should be very safe. e5, I'll just grab. And I think his position is absolutely hopeless here. f5, I can take on e3, but let's just grab as much as possible, right? I like this game. Apart from that knight b4, knight f6 nonsense, I think it's pretty instructive and really the most you can hope for in a banker gambit game, where you just break through on the queen side, and then you win because your king is safer and your pawn structure is more solid. Okay. So next game we have is Lei Tingjie from China. She's one of the strongest female players in the world from Team Kravnik, and she's gone d4, and I will just see if I can get the same sort of model game there. Obviously I cannot, since she went for knight f3 there, declining the banker gambit, which is obviously a bit sad. Which line should I go for here? Let's go e6. Okay, she goes for g3. Yeah, I don't know what line to play here, so I'll just play something. Bishop e4. Bishop b2. I'll go bishop c5. And bishop e7. I used to play this line back in the old days. I had it against Aronian, for instance. The problem is, I don't think the line is very good. Like in general, white is a little bit better. But it's not that much. And I'm trying to get some sort of solid hedgehog type of position, and after rook c1 I think I can set it up. My knight, only problem is my knight is on c6. Should ideally be on d7, since it's a little bit more flexible there. But I think we'll get around to it eventually. a6. Now this is the hedgehog structure with these four, characterized by these four spines. So anytime you try to go past them, you will be stung by the hedgehog. Okay, she goes for exchanges, which is very sensible, but now I think I have a relatively easy game. She's still probably slightly better, but my next moves are fairly easy. Don't know yet if knight f6, bishop d6, that works. Okay, we'll go h6 then. Not worried about sacks. Once she goes bishop d3, I will go knight f6. Now I will aim for either b5 or d5. If b5, there's knight a5, then I can go queen a8. Seems reasonable. She's playing very fast though, which is very sensible. Yeah, c6 was probably a good move. I sort of underestimated that. Yeah, and then, sorry, c5 and then c6. I missed c6 while I was busy yapping. Now I probably have to sack a pawn here, since I would be very passive otherwise. I need the d5 square for the knight. Yeah, this could be a difficult game. It already is a difficult game, but it could be even more difficult. But at least I got her thinking a little bit on this one. So bishop d4 I'm not so sure about. Now I go knight d5. Oh, she still got knight a5 and then knight b7, huh? Okay, we'll go rook c7, then rook c8. Try to pick up the pawn that way. Bishop c5. Yeah, that's a good move. Oh, and bishop d6 as well. I'm missing everything now. Okay, this is massive trouble. We'll have to hustle. We'll seriously have to hustle this one. But I have hopes. Now there could be problems on the diagonal for her. Queen f3, there's knight e3. King h3, yeah, that's sensible. We're bringing the bishop around. Okay. Let's... No, I missed knight f3. I was thinking rook c1. Okay, I still have it though. I actually saw it in the other line, but I missed it here. But I think this is still winning. Gf, queen g2, and there will be mate. Otherwise h5 is threatening mate. But yeah, it was a little bit fortunate. But that's what I learned early about beating very strong players, that they generally don't give up. If there are tricks, they will find them. And I think for all of my poor play in this game, my resourcefulness was very strong. But I have to say, she played well. She played very fast and outplayed me up to a certain point. c5, c6 was very strong, and I only hustled a bit better at the end. Okay, I think now we have perhaps the biggest test of them all. We have Nihal Sarin from Team Kramnik. For those who play a lot or watch a lot of chess online, I'm sure you know Nihal. He's one of the strongest, and he's one of the strongest blitz and bullet players in the